Nat fucking 20. Let's get it. All right. So growing up, I was a huge nerd. Still am a huge nerd. I just, it's difficult to play Dungeons and Dragons as much as I would like to play it. So now today, I'm going to offload all of that angst onto you. Yes, you. We're going to discuss how to become more confident using D&D as an analogy. So if you've never played this game before, you roll dice. And based off what you roll, certain actions in the game have a success or a fail chance. The higher your skills are, the more additional modifiers you add to your roll. Essentially, the more competent you are, the more successful you are. The more successful you are, the more confident you are in your ability to win the game. This is absolutely no different than in real life. So let's get going. I'm gonna nerd out for a couple minutes, all right? Stay with me here. I'm gonna go over all of the abilities, the ability scores, and then all the skills that pertain to them. And then we're gonna tie this in using some examples to how you can level up your own life. So firstly, we start off with strength. Then we got dexterity, constitution, intellect, wisdom, and charisma. So when you think about strength in a game, this is your ability to hit hard, like really just ramsack the opponent. It's no different than in real life. When you build your strength up, you build your own internal fortitude. It's like your willpower increasing. Every single time you try something, that requires some level of strength from within because you get knocked down in life. Now, there's only one skill in Dungeons and Dragons that goes with strength, and that's athletics. I'm not downplaying the importance of strength here. I think it's important to build your body. That's what I'm going to relate this to, your physical fitness. But otherwise, mental fortitude, let's also throw that in there with strength. So anytime there is a difficult situation that comes up in your life, you are going to be building your strength stat every single time you partake in it. The reason this is important, and what we're going to boil this down to at the very end, is confidence equates to competence. As you level up in life, as your skills increase, let's say you're young. Let's say all of these are a 10. And a 10 gives you a +0 in all of your rolls. So imagine zeros going down the list for all the skills. So you got athletics, +0. Acrobatics, 0. Sleight of hand, 0. Stealth, 0. Arcana, history, investigation, nature, religion, animals, insight, medicine, perception, survival, deception, intimidation, performance, persuasion, all 0s. You are a fresh character. This is important. When you start this game of life, you will notice that based off your parents, based off the situation that you find yourself in growing up as a child, based on the school system that you go to, based on the religion that you go to, or if you're not in any religions, based on the friends that you surround yourself with, you are going to pick up different skills as you go. And you are going to start putting points. Imagine every level up is another year in your life. It can be shorter. You can level up in a very quick amount of time. But every single time you level up, you get to put your points into what you want. If you know as a young child, or whatever age you are when you're watching this, that you want to be a gymnast, you're going to spend most of your points into dexterity, probably a lot into strength, and then some into charisma. You want to know why? Because as your dexterity goes up, acrobatics increases. Athletics increases with strength, and charisma increases your performance and persuasion. You have to get the judges on your side. You need to be a showman, or a show woman thing. I don't know, sandwiches. Basically, what I'm getting at here is you are the decider of your life. You always are leveling up. What I have noticed with the clients that I have coached is they have kind of given up on the idea of leveling up throughout life. Instead of choosing skills and ability modifiers that they want to dedicate time to, invest their time into, build something with, they'd rather waste their points, waste their level ups on stuff that bears no gain for them. I'm not saying there isn't a time and place for some Netflix, a little bit of chill. You know, I love chilling. I'm probably going to write a book one day called The Art of Chilling because it's so important. It's good to be hands off for a couple minutes, to be retrospective for a couple minutes, but you should be using that time away so then you can level yourself out so then you can attack the game again. You don't want to put down the game of life and just coast by, never leveling up, never aspiring to become something. Especially when it comes to things like dating, when it comes to things like your job, your profession. How many people, I want to see them in the chat, what your job is or your passion is. Were you always good at it? Were you? Very few times will that ever be the case. Michael Jordan had to practice. Tom Brady had to practice. Muhammad Ali had to practice. Elon Musk had to study. Bill Gates had to study. They had to apply themselves. They had to learn so they can grow their skills. So it's important for you to figure out what your class is. Your class, I want to boil that down to whatever your chosen passion is in life. This doesn't mean profession. It doesn't mean job. It means your passion. The number one thing that if money was no issue, you could do every single day and be inspired and happy. If you figure out what that is, you will get paid by the universe for doing it. I guarantee you, that is how this works. I didn't know what my passion was for a long time. I was one of those guys that just loved leveling every single skill as much as humanly possible. I would hop around jobs, and my main thing that I would focus on when I was at any job is, okay, how many problems are there? I just want to solve problems. I want to fix things. And then if I didn't get promoted quickly enough, I would leave. And I didn't get promoted not because I wanted the extra money, but because I wanted the extra fucking problems. I needed things. It kept me going. It kept me inspired. It kept me there. So find the thing that keeps you there and then figure out what skills and abilities you need to transcend humanity. When I say transcend humanity, I'm not talking about being great. Okay? Good, fuck good. We don't need that here. We're talking about excellence, because excellence brings a high level of competence. And in everything in life, every single thing in life, your confidence comes from your competence. If it's not coming from competence and you are confident, that's just arrogance. You want that silent confidence where no matter what happens, you're good. You got it. Put me in, coach. It doesn't matter how big the issue is. This is what you're built for. So guys, figure it out. I can't tell you what your passion is. You have to decide for yourself based off of what brings life into you. When you think about it, you froth the mouth. You get excited. And then I want you to at least for 30 minutes a day, maybe an hour, however much time there is, practice your craft. If you can see in your mind's eye that you are an excellent author, I want you to spend time reading. I want you to spend time writing. And don't just say, oh, I'm going to write for 8 hours and then it turns into dog shit because you lose the motivation. No. I want you to section off time to practice the skill. Not that you're going to release it to the world, but practice the skill, level up the skill, gain confidence in the skill. What really pulls people down is when they know what their character is, they know what their class is, and they compare themselves and judge themselves based off of other people's classes. This would be like me going to the gym and saying, you know what, I suck because I can't run a marathon. You know, I'm just no good because I can't get a sub 3-hour marathon time. Well, I don't put any points into running. I don't care about that. I'm a strength bodybuilding mix. My entire thing when I go to the gym, where I get my confidence from, is my competence when it comes from weightlifting, from power building, from nutrition to put on muscle and keep myself lean at the same time while maintaining strength. That's where my confidence comes from. So why would I downgrade my own internal confidence level by looking at other people's competencies? Figure out what yours is. Become competent in the things that matter to you, and that will exude itself into your reality. Life is very simple. It's very simple. You need to figure out a couple core competencies. These are things that you want to be good at. You want to be great at. You want to excel at. You almost have a psychopathic tendency towards them. Become that version of you, and you will be the most confident version of you. If you aren't the funniest person ever, don't waste your time trying to regurgitate jokes, watching all these other programs to try and learn how to be funny. Play to your strengths. Everything else, it doesn't matter if it's a little bit lagging behind, because people are going to remember you. They're going to fall in love with you for whatever your strengths are. If you're a showman, be a fucking showman. If you're a gymnast, be a gymnast. If you're a baker, practice cooking. Stay in the kitchen. Why would you leave? You don't need to go learn a musician or an instrument or something else. No, do what speaks to you and keep hammering it away. One of the biggest questions I've been asked, and I'm going to bring this back to dating, and then we're zipping out of here, okay? Is how to be more attractive. The number one thing is confidence. And confidence comes from inside of you. It doesn't come from anywhere else. It's not what clothes you wear. It's not even what you look like. It is, do you have a purpose, and are you good at the skills that support the purpose? I have seen people that are not the best looking, that are not the funniest, but they still get the prettiest girls or the most intelligent girls. Whatever their aim, whatever their desire is, they get that. And it's because they have the internal confidence. Whether you are a baker, whether you are a musician, whether you are a power lifter, whether you are a finance bro or a tech genius, when you step into your role, when you step into what your passion is, confidence comes with it. Build your competency. Figure out what the competency is based off your class. We are all born into this world with a blueprint. Everyone. All of us have things that speak to us on an internal level. If we didn't, life would be very boring. It would be so boring. Okay? There are people that are put here to be in that finance sector. and to run the economy. There are people that are put here to create the music. There are people that are put here to make the food. Okay? Figure out where you are, find the skills that are attached to it, level those up, internalize the confidence via your competence, because as you level up, every time you do something, let's use cooking as an example, you might suck at the start, then you start leveling it up. You get more skill points into it. So every time you cook something from now on, it tastes better and better and better. Every single time. And then eventually it sticks. You start to believe. As Morpheus said, he's starting to believe. That's the important part. Success builds confidence because success comes through competence in a skill. When you have the strength, you have the willpower, you have the fortitude to keep trying something because you're passionate about it, you will build up skill points in it. And then it will become easy. When it becomes easy, you internalize it as, hey, this is easy to me. This is my shit. This is my fucking court. Step up. Let's go. I'm confident. And that comes out. That plays out. Everyone feels it. They see it. So play your own damn game. Figure out your class. Build your skills. Take over. It's all on you. It's all on you. But just know, I believe in you. Everyone else around you, they believe in you. They want to see you succeed. They want to see you get better. And anyone who doesn't want to see that, it's because they don't want to put in that work. So put in the work. Become that version of yourself. Get the girl of your dreams. Get the guy of your dreams. Chase your passions. Chase your dreams. Achieve everything that you want out of your life. But build up those skills first. And get after it. Love you guys. Namaste.